My contestant number is 1537, and this is my video entry for the SkillsUSA California 2025 t-shirt design. This was the final design that I submitted, and to describe the process of making this final design, I first researched what components I wanted to add, made rough sketches, and finalized the product. When researching, I knew that I wanted to add the brown bear in the design because I thought that it was an iconic symbol of California. I knew that it would represent California well because of the history that it has with the state and being on the national flag. It allowed me to have options on how I wanted to visualize the bear. There was the iconic bear from the flag, a realistic bear, and variations of cartoon bears, but my main inspiration was the I Love You California bear. Comparing my design to my inspiration, both bears are holding the shape of California. However, a major key difference in the design was the way I chose to draw the bear. I chose to draw a more cartoon and cute version of the bear to resemble a teddy bear that most people are familiar with, while the original is a more realistic brown bear. My initial thought was that showing a more friendly side of the bear would allow people to feel a sense of comfort from teddy bears and still represent the state of California. Having this lovable bear on the design can make the people wearing the shirts more approachable, and other people would find it pleasing to the eye. The second component is the California poppy flower. I chose to add this because it symbolizes peace and resilience, which adds to the fact that the teddy bear is a comfort object to many people. Its vibrant colors and unique petals allowed me to create a design that revolves around its qualities. As you can see from these past drafts, I started to add the famous Golden Gate Bridge, but after some consideration, I decided against it because I wanted it to have more focused on the poppy and the bear, and I thought that it would complicate the design more. I used different methods to create my drafts. First, traditional pencil and paper, Canva, and Adobe Fresco. These are some of the drafts that I had. My usual art medium is pencil and paper, so it was easy for me to brainstorm ideas in that medium. While I did prefer to draw on paper, I knew that drawing digitally would allow my design to show more details and make it look more presentable. So despite being inexperienced in digital rendering, I decided that it would be the best decision to make for the design. I first tried to make the design on Canva because it was a more familiar software, and I initially thought that Canva would allow me to have more range in doing my design due to their many available resource packs and fonts. However, I disliked how the product looked very computer generated since I wanted a more personal design. And so I decided to try finding a more since I wanted a more personal design where I could show my skills, I decided that I would finally use a digital drawing app. After researching, I found that Adobe Fresco was the best for me as a beginner and having to download it for free. The software was new and it took me a while to get used to it since traditional and digital art can be very different from each other. I had to learn the functions of the app, get used to drawing on smooth surface of the iPad, and learn how to use different settings that the app had for the brushes and layers. Despite the difficulties, I was able to draw the design I visualized, and I used one of the sketches I did on paper as my reference and used the colors blue, gold for representation of the California state colors, and I used the brown for the bear and orange for the poppy. These colors overall complemented each other, and originally the design was making California gold to represent that our state was like gold. However, turning it blue and making the lettering orange made the state more focused against all the yellow and orange from the poppy in the background. As for the lettering on the design, I wrote the words SkillsUSA California in 2025. I had variations of this design, such as this one without the poppy, this one where the state is gold, and it says 2024 to 2025, and this was the final. I had variations of the design because I would ask my friends and family for opinions for improvement, which helped me conclude that this would be the best out of the past variations.